we've made our way down to the Grown Green stand where I'm joined by Joe. Joe, first and foremost, second to the ARB Show, how's it going?
It's been quiet as regards to visitors, but it's been really, really good as regards to the right type of people that we're after with destroying plastic, etc. around the planet. So yeah, it's been very, very good in respects to that. So anyway.
Perfect. And you're obviously showing off, it's here, we can't help but miss it, this tree shelter, which maybe some people won't have seen before. Can you just talk me through what exactly this is you're holding here?
A bit like everybody else, the planet is just riddled with plastic, so there's a conglomerate of directors that got together 3 years ago and just said enough is enough. They 35 years to take a plastic guard off a tree, and it's just absolute no. So we came up with a cardboard alternative. Everything about it is actually natural. There's no nasties here, and it's made in a carbon neutral factory in Nottingham. So basically at the end of the day, we're not adding anything onto your carbon footprint either, apart from the final delivery, because there's no electric lorries yet, but they're coming.
Hey.
So it is an exclusive waterproof barrier we have on there. It's a virgin pulp FSC certified board. It's got a clay white liner to react with the trees as they grow. Everything about it, even the teardrops with the ingression of water down through the sapling, should get more into it than just a standard plastic tube that obviously has a microclimate and kills everything in sight. So that's what we did. Even the inks are vegetable. So everything about it has been thought about and it naturally biodegrades and it naturally combusts back down into earth. So it's made from trees to protect trees.
Wow.
Nice.
So wood protecting wood almost. So how long will this last for? How long will we be out in nature for?
Totally depends on climatic conditions, but obviously a mountainside in Scotland with everything being thrown at it is probably going to be less than a copse in Essex, a sheltered copse. So they have been out in a test site now for 2 years, 2 months, and whilst they don't look pretty, we're not after pretty, we're after getting rid of plastic. And they're still there, they're still doing their job, and they're still performing. So that's where we are at the moment. The company's only been going for 3 years, so if someone comes back and says, "Did they last 3 years?" Don't know. We haven't been going 3 years yet, but that's where we are with it all at the moment. There's an awful lot of people that are testing in various places around the UK. So yeah, it's proving good at the moment. We do three different ones. There is hedge, because when people plant hedges, obviously clearly you can't get back in the bottom of them. These are actually smaller and they are designed they're perforated, so when the hedge grows they automatically split open, biodegrade and compost to feed the hedge. So no collecting, so there's no management fees, which is an awful lot of people actually forget to put into their budgets, and that's the collecting of plastic tubes. That's why you see so many around the countrysides, just littering everywhere. We have a group of students in the work at the moment, and basically they're doing their thesis on plastic, the damage to the environment. And we all know that, well, no plastic is good plastic, but basically it needs oxygen and UV to break down. So if it's buried at landfill, which an awful lot of it is, they've worked out that it actually takes 450 years to break down. That's the damage it does to our environment. It's horrific, and I think we've done more damage than we actually realise. So hence the cardboard tube.
Yeah, I think it's really good and really, really interesting. I guess what a lot of arborists and foresters will be interested in, what kind of protection does it offer? Like how does it deal with deer and squirrel and so on? How is it in terms of protection?
Now they're let's be fair, if they want to get in anywhere, they will. Deer in Scotland is a big problem. Voles down here are the problem. But we can add smells that detract animals, but it's expensive and it stinks. It's not very nice. One little tiny capsule of garlic is like, pooh, you know, so we can add it. And because we are made in Nottingham, basically we can be very, very reactive. So with people like HS2, for instance, what is the point in putting something circular onto a bank? So what we've done is we've angled guards so they sit totally tight to the embankment and they don't fly off. So it's been thought out. We're into third generation here. And basically they are all designed to biodegrade and leave nothing behind. So.
And you mentioned HS2, and in fact it's on to the third generation. Where have the shelters been used? What kind of clients have you been working with to use them?
Councils are very, very big. The carbon footprint is massive to a lot of big companies. It's the buzzword at the moment. But we supply an awful lot of councils, the National Trust, Forestry England, you know, the list goes on. And do you know what? I can't remember all of them, if I'm honest with you, but there is a hell of a lot. All the way around. Eden Project have got them down there. So it is literally from Devon to Scotland and everywhere else in between. So it's cool. It's good. It's certainly gaining traction, and more planters and tree planters, all sorts of planters just don't want plastic anymore. There has to be alternatives out there, and it isn't recycled plastic. Recycled or bioplastic is all still plastic, and it all still breaks down.